Hi, I'm Tara Kate and welcome back to the Bird Artist Cottage. This month of August I am celebrating 5 years as a full-time artist. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the lessons I've learned over the past 5 years. And stick around to the end because I have a special anniversary gift for you. The first lesson I've learned as a full-time artist is that there is no such thing as talent. I don't believe in talent. I only believe in skills and hard work. This was a hard lesson to learn, and it wasn't one that came easily to me. For a long time, I thought I had no talent, and now I've concluded I was probably right. What I discounted was my ability to learn and my ability to practice and persist through the awkward times of gaining skills. I look back at the work that I tried to create back in the 90s, for example, when I was a graduate student. I was sketching, I longed to make art, and I gave up very easily because it was awkward and it was difficult and I was having a hard time. Now I know that when it's awkward and difficult and I'm having a hard time, it means that I'm learning something and that I'm just not very good at it yet. I used to have a fixed mindset. If you've heard of the work of psychologist Carol Dweck, that term will probably sound familiar to you, but if not, a fixed mindset is when someone believes that they can only achieve so much and that their ability to be successful is capped by how much talent they have. But a growth mindset is one that says I can always improve and I can always get better. And that's been one of the most empowering lessons as a full-time artist, is that I've learned to have a growth mindset. I've learned that if I'm not good at drawing something, that if I practice it over and over again, I will get better at drawing that thing. If I'm not good at painting in a certain kind of medium, if I practice it over and over, I will get better at it. That's not talent, that's practice. And so that's one of the most empowering and powerful lessons I've learned as a full-time artist. The second lesson I've learned as a full-time artist is that it's never too late to start. I was 55 years old when I became a full-time artist. So, while I don't think that was too late to start, I wished I had started earlier. I once heard an artist I admire say something to the effect of the best time to plant an orchard was 20 years ago or today. And I think being a full-time artist is a lot like that. It's never too late to start, but you'll always wish that you started earlier. And I know I certainly do. If there was one thing I could go back and do over again, it would be to persist when I was much younger. As I look at artists who have the kind of success that I hope to achieve, I see that they are achieving that success at 7 to 10 years into their careers. And I'm about 5 years into mine, and I'm about to turn 60. So when I reach that 10-year mark, I'll be 64. And that's a little daunting. So yeah, I wish I'd started earlier, but even if I was much older than I am now, I still feel like it would not be too late to start. I think that there is something very powerful about investing in ourselves and about working toward our deepest dreams and ambitions. And one of the things that I know for sure is that I have been happier in the past 5 years than I've been in the entire 55 years that preceded that. I have felt more fulfilled. I felt a greater sense of joy. And even though there have been plenty of struggles and frustrations, becoming a full-time artist was one of the best things I have ever done for myself. So I don't think it's ever too late to start, but with the caveat, whenever you start, you'll wish you started earlier. Another thing I've learned is that I really don't believe there's any such thing as being self-taught. I really do believe in self-directed learning, though. I think that it's very easy now to become a well-trained artist and to gain a lot of skills from taking online classes and participating in workshops. I've worked with many, many talented artists as teachers through Skillshare and Domestika and wow, so many other online classes that I've signed up for, some which were worth the money and some which weren't. I've traveled many miles to go to workshops, and through all of that effort, I have become a well-trained artist, and that was self-directed learning. But I didn't train myself. I was trained through the skills and teaching and guidance of many, many other artists. So I don't really believe in being self-taught, but I do believe in self-directed learning, and it can be very effective. You really don't need to go to art school. That said, self-directed learning will only take you so far, and that brings me to the fourth lesson that I've learned as a full-time artist. The fourth lesson I've learned is that having a mentor really, really accelerates progress. Self-directed learning only took me so far, and I've had the pleasure and honor and privilege of working with two extremely talented artists as mentors. The first was Dylan Mierzwinski. Now, Dylan wasn't even mentoring artists at the time. I gathered my courage, approached her, and asked her if she'd be willing to mentor me, and she did, and it was an incredible experience, and it really, really helped me to grow and learn and take chances as an artist that I probably would not have taken before. The second mentor I've worked with is Anamika Hops Davidson, and I worked with her through her class, which was at the time called Let's Go Deep. Now it's called Art Practice Accelerator, and she is a wonderful mentor and an incredible teacher. And getting to work with her over a long period of time allowed me to grow in ways that I never thought possible. So if you are trying to do self-directed learning and you're not going to go to art school, and frankly, from what I've heard about art school, I'm not sure I would even recommend that anybody goes to art school. But I do recommend that you try to find a mentor, somebody with whom you have great rapport, whose work that you really admire, and then get in there and get them to give you real critique and real feedback, and take that in and use it to learn and grow from. It will help you enormously. And that then brings us to my fifth lesson I've learned as a full-time artist. I have to admit to you that this fifth lesson was a bit of a painful one to me. The fifth lesson I've learned as a full-time artist is that becoming skilled is not enough to ensure success. I used to believe that if I became a really skilled artist, I would start to experience the kind of success I was hoping for. And I really thought of social media as a sort of vending machine, that if I put in skilled artwork, I would get back a ready audience. That is not true. One of the most painful examples of this was during my show this past spring, where I put out the artwork that was closest to my heart, pencil drawings that were incredibly detailed and that I had spent hours and hours and hours working on. I did not sell not a single piece. So becoming skilled is not enough. And I wish that I could tell you I knew what was enough. As I said earlier, the artists that I've seen that are experiencing the kind of success I hope for have been at it for 7 to 10 years. So it may be that it's just a matter of time and more hard work, putting myself out there, figuring out how to do better marketing and self-promotion, which frankly can be hard. Sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. Sometimes it's hard to believe in myself enough to put myself out over and over again. One thing I'll say about having a YouTube channel is that it has really pushed me to show up over and over again. And even when I don't feel motivated, I have to suck it up, turn on the camera, and get busy, like I did today. So maybe that's the key. I'm not really sure. I wish that I had a ready answer for you, that I could say, oh, this is it. I figured it out after 5 years as a full-time artist. You just do this. But like most things in life, it's not quite that simple. And now I have one special anniversary gift that I'd like to share with you. As a special anniversary gift to you, I'm giving away some of my original artworks, including this pen and ink of a black-throated sparrow. Here's how to enter. In the description below, you'll see a link to my newsletter. On August the 31st, 2021, I'll be choosing one lucky subscriber to win a piece of original art and other surprise goodies. And that could be you. So remember, look for the link below and subscribe today. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week here at the Bird Artist Cottage. Bye now.